Pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is approved agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 3.
Second, Mr. Chairman. Been moved and seconded. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 3 carries. Item 4, approve previous meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the prior meeting minutes.
Second. Any questions on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 4 carries. Item 5, approve drainage claims. There are none today. Item 6, receive and place on file Webster County disaster declaration for May 16, 2017 storm event.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to move item 6.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Scott, would you come up and explain this, please? I think some board members maybe have some questions the public's been asking.
Hello, Scott Forrest, Emergency Management. This declaration that you signed last week is the first step that we need to get the governor's proclamation. And once we get the governor's proclamation, that allows state resources to be utilized in the county to respond and recover from the effects of the storm from last week.
Do we have the governor's proclamation now?
Yes, we do.
So we have it.
Yep. And it was signed, I think Friday last week.
Can you explain what the resources are now?
Anything that goes beyond the local resources. So if the county would need more trucks, that would be the DOT request. The state also funds some response teams, which was a SAW team, USAR team, weapons of mass destruction team, anything that's under the state level, we can get that resource at no cost with the proclamation.
Would there be any FEMA money available?
Well, that's the next step. Once the governor's proclamation is in, to file for a presidential proclamation, the state has a threshold of $4.3 million that the state must meet total for damage in the state. Right now, only 2 counties have reported. One county's only reported 9,000 so far towards that. Right now in Webster County, including the college, as of this morning, we are only at about $500,000.
So what's available for the private citizens?
There's an individual assistance to the state, which is not enacted right now. We're working on that too. We've got some people that want to apply for that. Must meet the guideline. It's a $5,000 loan that they can apply for if they meet the federal poverty guideline, and that's through the state.
It's a loan, it's not.
Okay.
So for me, the process is we are coordinating getting all of the amounts from everybody, and then that will trigger a federal declaration if we get to a certain amount.
Yeah.
Which my understanding is maybe even with the college alone, eventually we may hit that.
Well, just to let the board know, I don't have the exact numbers. The college is estimating several $1 million. The problem is all that cannot be applied towards the federal or for that state threshold because they are covered by insurance. So anything covered by insurance is not applied for that $4.3 million threshold. So whatever their deductible is and what's not covered can be applied to that. So talking to the state and with some of the numbers we've got so far, we probably will not hit that $4.3 million.
And this is cost of public entities, so
Yes.
not private businesses or whatever.
Yeah, public infrastructure.
Any other questions from? All right, seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 6 carries. Item 7, approve proclamation for designation of Emergency Medical Services Week of May 21st through the 27th, 2017.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve item number 7.
I'll second.
We move and seconded. Are there any questions on this? Do you have a proclamation to read?
Oh, yeah, then that's yes.
I didn't see it.
Can we read it?
Yeah, please.
EMS Week proclamation motion to designate the week of May 21 through 27, 2017 as Emergency Medical Services Week. Whereas the Emergency Medical Services, EMS, is a vital public service, and whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury. And whereas EMS plays a critical role in public outreach and injury prevention, and is evolving in its role as an important member of the healthcare community. And whereas first responders, emergency medical technicians, and paramedics stand ready to provide compassionate, life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas emergency medical responders are supported by emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, law enforcement officers, educators, administrators, researchers, emergency nurses, emergency physicians, and others. And whereas the members' EMS teams, both career and volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and the accomplishments of EMS practitioners by designating Emergency Medical Services Week. Now therefore, Webster County, in recognition of this event, do hereby proclaim the week of May 21 through the 27th, 2017 as Emergency Medical Services Week.
Thank you. Does anybody else? Mr. Copper, do you have any, I saw you walk in. Do you have any comments on this? Or?
We read this today, so we have another venue to support our volunteers throughout the county.
Very good. Mr. Copper's part of this. Nick, sure. So, very good. Any other questions? Thank you. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 7 carries. Item 8, approved contract with library services for Webster County.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 8.
Second, Mr. Chairman. Any comments on this?
This is the addendum that was approved during our budget hearings, and they just sent it back with their signatures on it and all that stuff.
This is the support of the libraries.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 8 carries. Item 9, approved request from City of Gowrie to waive taxes and drainage for parcel number 171-2205-013, located at 1146 Lincoln. Tax sale deed P14004-1-2017 for taxes from 2013 through 2015 in the amount of $449.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve item number 9.
Second.
Moving second, any questions on this item?
So we're waiving the drainage assessments too?
Taxes and drainage.
So it's drainage also.
Yeah. For $7.
$7.
$7.
$7.
It's a
Good question though, because if we are not drainage, I don't know what we want to do. Okay. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 9 carries. Item 10, approve Iowa retail permit application from Cokeville Stop and Shop for a cigarette, tobacco, nicotine vapor license from the Department of Revenue.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to move item 10. Mr. Chairman, I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions on this? I presume there's no grammar. This is just
No.
a deal. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 10 carries. Item 11, approve the following change orders from McClure Engineering for work being done at the Webster County Social Services Building site improvements. Change order number 1, frost-free exterior door stoops, $2,266. Change order number 2, underground vault, $9,925. And change order number 3, 5-inch PCC paving, $779.80.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we act on item number 11.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. No further explanation. If anybody has questions, the frost-free exterior door stoops, the original bid was just to concrete, and we have a few doors there that are kind of on, I call them on grade, and so we just wanted to make sure that those were done appropriately, so they're all sections, so it won't affect the parking lot. The underground vault, we found actually 2 underground vaults there when they tore the whole paving and rock out. One of them involves the parking lot, so we chose to fill that in and then pave over the top of it. And then the third one is to actually, the bid was for 4 inches of concrete on the back alley area. But since there will be, and we did that originally because we didn't think there'd be a lot of heavy traffic back there, but the garbage truck actually does pull back there. So it's just a suggestion for a little bit of money that we actually have an inch of concrete wall on that. Any other questions on that? By saying the project's come along really well, I think they only have one spot, 2 spots left for concrete, and then the finishing work. We got the light pole stands in, so it'll be lit up real nice. It's gonna be a nice looking project when it's done. Anything else? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 11 carries. Item 12. Now's the time for a hearing on the floodplain ordinance number 50, amendment number 1, to amend floodplain management and floodplain regulations for the unincorporated portions of Webster County. Do we have to say the time of the hearing? Open at 10:13.
Yeah, just got it 10, so.
It was all at 10. Okay. So now it's the time for the hearing on the floodplain. Chad, do you want to just give a brief?
Sure. Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, Supervisors. Chad Barr, County Planning and Zoning Administrator. Yeah, what this agenda item is regarding a 2015 ruling by FEMA. Looks like they kind of wanted to get a better handle of how accessory structures are handled throughout the country. And that went on to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, which is the state agency that helps regulate and administer the floodplain regulations. And so the county was notified late last year of a needed amendment to our existing floodplain regulations. And so what's before you is this one amendment dealing with accessory structures in the floodplain. And basically what it does is 3 things. And this would amend section 3, letter I of the floodplain regulations. The existing letter A, which is in the existing floodplain regulations, is basically moved down to letter B. But then they replace that with a new letter A, small letter A. It says the structure shall be designed to have low flood damage potential. Its size shall not exceed 600 square feet in size. Those portions of the structure located less than 1 foot above the BFE, which is the base flood elevation, must be constructed of flood-resistant materials. And then there's one other change, which they're adding a new lowercase letter F, which letter F then says the structure's walls shall include openings that satisfy the provisions of section 3, capital letter B, 3, lowercase a of this ordinance. And if a person goes to that section of the existing ordinance, that basically is talking about when a structure is designed, that it's designed in a sense that if there's a flood event, that the flood waters will be able to enter into the structure and then leave without taking the structure away. So, and there's some details, I won't go into those specifics. But those are the main 3 changes, hopefully it's been reviewed by the state, so this would comply with what's needed at FEMA federal level.
Is there any other comments from the public on this since it's open hearing? Seeing none, are they written or?
So there's no written comments. This is the date of the first hearing. You want to wait a second and set a third? Or do you want to have some? Is that
Reading or hearing? Do we have hearings, hearings on it, or just we vote on the 3 things?
Well, it says hearing.
So we vote on the 3rd. Okay. We do that under 13, though, as an official action. This is just the
That's
hearing.
right.
Okay. approve floodplain ordinance number 50, amendment number 1, to amend floodplain management and floodplain regulations for the unincorporated portions of Webster County.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, I move item 13 to stay there. We waive the second hearing and go to the third.
Well, 2 weeks from now, I don't have different dates.
Two weeks from now, maybe the 6th.
June 6th.
June 6th.
At June 6th at 10 o'clock.
Is there a second? Okay. Is there any other questions on this? So we're approving the first reading and we waive the second and we're going to a third hearing and reading. No other questions? Then it is a roll call.
Campbell, aye.
Buckler, aye.
Carlson, aye.
Vote aye.
Okay, motion carries. Item 14, I will open a hearing on amendment number 1 for fiscal year 2017 Webster County budget in the amount of $158,637. What's this for?
So the $150,000 is from the Public Health Department. They received a grant. I don't know what it's for. Keep my notes. And it is they're expanding, I believe, from 9 counties to 15 counties, if I remember correctly. And so they've got extra funds coming in. It's a lot of expenses. It included both payroll and supplies. Two expenses that they came out of that. The rest of it is Matt Krause Grove Conservation Trust Fund, and I think it's for the campgrounds out here, some extra funds that had to be expended.
Okay. So in both cases, we had funds come in that we didn't budget for, and now this allows them to spend those funds. Okay. All right, any questions from the public for the hearing? Are there any written or comments? Any other questions from anybody? Then I will close the hearing and move to item 15, approve amendment number 1 for fiscal year 2017 Webster County budget in an amount of $158,637.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve amendment number 1 for fiscal year 2017.
Second.
Been moved and second. Any other questions then on this? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 15 carries. Item 16, approve resolution installing stop signs for southbound and northbound traffic on Brushy Creek Road at intersection with 240th Street.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to move item 16. Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
Been moved and seconded. Randy?
We, a while back, 2 or 3 weeks ago, received a call, actually the road from Dale Anderson, and got input from an area resident about a concern about traffic and safety. And I followed up with Dale and then viewed the site and just making a recommendation that we install stop signs. And I'll read the resolution in part if you don't mind. Whereas the intersection at the junction of Brushy Creek Road and 240th Street, common to sections 10, 11, 14, and 15, portion of the township is currently uncontrolled by any traffic control devices other than the E911 intersection signs. And whereas present traffic would be better served if the south and north approaches on Brushy Creek Road were made the stop approaches to the intersection, and the east and west approaches on 240th Street were designated as through approaches due to terrain, vegetation, and development, which limit the sight distance. Now therefore be it resolved that the Webster County Board of Supervisors that stop and stop ahead signs be erected for southbound and northbound traffic on Webster Creek Road approaching 240th. Signs will be in effect when the resolution shall be in effect when the traffic control signs are erected.
Okay. Any questions for Randy on this item? And from the public? Seeing none, this is a resolution, so it's also a roll call.
Campbell, aye.
Buckler, aye.
Carlson, aye.
Vote aye.
Item 16 carries. Item 17, approve and authorize chair to sign utility permit for Prairie Energy to replace 2 miles of pole and overhead 24, 34, and 35, Township 90 North, Range 27 West, Newark Township.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 17.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Been moved and seconded. Anything on this name?
Unless you have any comments or questions, I'm okay with it and recommend you approve the permit.
Any questions from anybody? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 17 carries. Now's the time for citizens' opportunity to talk to us about anything you want to talk about. Seeing none, board reports.
I have nothing to do.
I just want to thank everybody for all the extra work that went into last week, the citizens that were out helping people clean up, volunteers, public health walking around handing out flyers to give food to people, and everybody put the extra hours in, so thank you very much.
Yeah, I just might add, thanks to the public, we had to shut down the courthouse for a day because we're limited on power here, but our new generator and LA